Mary Rudaba is taking one of her daily strolls along the docks.
See how it's showing?
To check for blue-green algae.
We're still no further along than we were in 2005. That is frustrating.
A little more than a mile up the road is Outboards Only. Co-owner Phil Norman shares the same sentiment.
It's kind of like, again, really? Look at the water, it's disgusting.
Bob Marks says if algae continues to wash up on his beach, he might say goodbye to his family home of 15 years.
I can't go through this, watch the river just deteriorate. It's just continually getting worse every year.
When I got out of the Army, first place I went was the carnival. I didn't go home.
He even met his wife at the carnival, just like his father. And now his business
It seems to be going all right, huh?
is a family affair.
My son, we're training him to do all the rides and all maintenance.
Joe's son Robert has 7 kids. His oldest daughter Brittany runs games. The basketball star gave up a scholarship to pursue the family business.
Oh no, I just like it better out here.
Their other daughter does the food. Even the 6-year-old twins Mackenzie and Matthew have a job.
We're selling bows and bubbles and wands and swords.
Robert met his wife Lisa at 15, following in the family tradition.
Robbie came and set his carnival up in the same parking lot as where our snow cone business was.
Wi-Fi on wheels. It's on trains, planes, and now school buses.
It's the wave of the future, and we're just kind of ahead of that curve.
Covering 824 square miles in a 3-county area, kids in Bemidji spent at least an hour on the bus.
I'm playing Minecraft.
I got 1 strike.
They used to beat me and quote Bible verses while they did it.
Abuse.
I would prostitute in order to survive.
Sex for pay.
It was really hard.
Rejection.
I kind of felt abandoned.
The stories are heartbreaking.
I went to school to get bullied, and I went home to get bullied.
Driving to Palm Beach Island on Okeechobee Boulevard can be a headache. Just ask Mari Delgado.
You know, with all the cars are trying to get in and the boats passing by.
As soon as I pull the hooks, you wouldn't know I was running them.
Once the musher gives a go, all you hear are paws pounding, the wind whipping, and the sled slicing through the snow. Taking his handmade sleds with him, Christopher's team travels the state, inviting others to take part in their paradise.
You gotta have a little bit of lack of unpredictable nature to keep some fun in it.
The old technology of yesteryear.
The Mid-America Ford and Shelby Car Show has been going for 40 years. Dennis has been showing for 39. A family tradition.
It's 420 horsepower. It's a 2013. Gotta have it green.
Passed down.
This is my first Mid-America with my own car.
To his sons Russell, Greg, and Justin.
It's like a second home to us, basically.
And his granddaughter and grandsons Caleb and Zach.
This is a 1966 GT350.
He's passed that passion of Mustangs and Shelbys and just the Ford Thoroughbreds onto his family, and that we love it now.
They really didn't have a choice.
Chuck Lewis is walking for his fellow warriors.
I felt like we need to bring more recognition to what they do.
The 62-year-old veteran is getting the nation's attention.
The cart weighs 145 pounds.
In a neon orange shirt, pushing a caravan of veterans' memorabilia.
Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard.
Trekking across the United States in 6 months, from Everett, Washington to Washington, D.C.
People have asked, aren't you kind of old to be doing this? Are you healthy enough to be doing this? I'm not going to get any healthier, and I ain't going to get any younger.
Walking along Highway 2 just outside Foston, Chuck waves to passing cars. One man even stopped to donate.
One of the things that's heartening to me are the amount of families that stop.
The Montana man has been on the road for 2.5 months. Traveled more than 1,400 miles.
I try to average between 20 and 25 miles a day.
And raised more than $16,000 for veterans programs. Putting his words to the pavement by traveling on foot so that fallen veterans are not forgotten. What started as a mother trying to show her son that he could sing with his favorite musician turned into a campaign for following your dreams, with just a few signs, a camera phone, and a mission to make a difference.
How are y'all today?
Kim Garrett is a mother
Will you hold my sign?
on a mission to encourage her son's passion for music. 20-year-old Seth has been singing in church and choir since he was a kid, but in the last 6 years his talent has taken a different tune.
These songs ain't but a chatbot.
After always hearing her son rap to Christian hip-hop artist Andy Mineo, she got an idea.
I said, Seth, I said, you ought to reach out to Andy and see if he'll let you rap a song with him.
Like every kid's response would be like, Mom, you're crazy. This isn't going to happen.
Hearing that got her inspired. She remembered a Bible verse, Matthew 7:7. Keep on asking and you will be given what you ask.
And I put my faith into action.
Using handmade signs and social media, she took to the streets to spread her message. Hashtag Ask Seth to Rap Andy.
If I stopped at the grocery store, at a drive-through restaurant, anywhere I went, I took my signs.
Asking just about anyone willing to sign on.
I've got to have Santa Claus.
Then posting the photos on social media, hoping to get Andy Mineo's attention.
It's really embarrassing sometimes because she will go up to complete strangers.
6 months and 300 plus photos later, the rapper hasn't responded, but says attitude changed.
It really has been like a huge eye-opener for me.
And one woman's motherly love became a powerful message.
To never give up, to always push forth.
Now, we asked Andy Mineo's press agent if Seth could rap with him at his concert in Oklahoma City on May 1st. They just contacted us today and agreed to let Seth rap with Andy at the meet and greet before the show. Dissolving anxiety
High plank.
with Downward Dog.
Elongate your spine.
Owner of Be Love Yoga Studio in Tulsa, Joe Piccarelli says the solution to stress is as simple as breathing.
To consciously come in here and breathe and move, it changes your behavior, it changes your body, it changes the stress level.
After Reserve Deputy Bob Bates accidentally shot and killed Eric Harris, a suspect who was fleeing the scene of an undercover sting operation, it, like many other police shootings, sparked outrage and protests in the community. So to keep the peace, Joe is offering free classes to law enforcement.
It was a great outlet. I found it helped a lot.
David Bevan started taking yoga classes when he was in nursing school, and he says it improved his performance at work.
I'm a lot more calm. I can respond to stressful situations a lot better.
So far, only one officer has come since Joe started promoting the free classes, but he's optimistic others will take advantage of the opportunity and bring an end to the unrest.
I thought this would be a great way to alleviate some of that tension, and so hopefully incidents that happened here in Tulsa would be reduced by reducing the stress of individuals.
Jamil Donith, 2 News Works for You. This is Denise Velez's daily routine. Every morning before the sun rises, she wakes up her mother. Dresses her. Makes her breakfast.
Mira qué cafecita.
Gives her medication.
Así, mira. Esta, ahí.
And even puts on her makeup.
Hey, qué linda.
Velez's mother, Nelita Toledo, was diagnosed with Alzheimer's 7 years ago.
We noticed stuff that, like she was not eating right, she was wearing kind of the same clothes.
Velez didn't know much about the disease. She just thought her mom was getting older and needed extra help. She had no idea her mother was slowly being robbed of her memory.
She was a very strong and independent woman. She raised 3 children. And then seeing her now so fragile, dependent, it breaks my heart.
2 years later, Velez had to move her mother from Puerto Rico to her apartment in Plantation. Once the child, now she's playing the role of caregiver.
Yeah, she's your mom, but she's not your mom. You don't have that anymore. I'm glad that I'm able to take care of her because she was so good to us. And she deserved the best.
Velez says her mother doesn't know who she is most of the time. The 74-year-old needs constant supervision. She can't complete sentences and forgets simple tasks if not prompted.
Bebe mucha agüita, toma. So she did one, the second one she forgot.
One thing she doesn't forget about are her dolls. They keep her occupied, which is a huge help.
It's like a kid, you cannot leave it alone.
Beres eventually had to hire a caregiver.
Dame, mamita, un besito.
And her mother gets picked up every day to go to adult daycare so she can work.
Bye, Ma.
All the while, Beres is also fighting to find a cure.
I started a team for my mom.
For 3 years, Beres has participated in the Walk to End Alzheimer's in Broward County. The event opened her eyes to how widespread this disease is.
It was good to know that, you are not alone. Everybody, I think, is touched by this terrible disease.
She knows a cure is not likely for her mother.
Cafecito no quiere.
But she has learned to cherish every minute and take life one day at a time.
Even if they don't know who you are, you know who they are. So just love them, care for them, spend time with them because you don't know how much time you have.
Jamil Donith, your South Florida.